What's up, guys? It's MB Boxing. I just finished up watching Richardson Hitchins versus Gustavo Lemos, and this was a 12-rounder for the IBF Super Lightweight World Title Eliminator. And this fight was Saturday, April 6th, from the Fontainebleau in Las Vegas, Nevada. And this fight was broadcasted on DAZN. And in this fight, a questionable decision happened. Richardson Hitchins got the unanimous decision victory over Gustavo Lemos in the end. And I'm going to be honest, I do not agree with that. Personally, I scored this bout 114-114. And then, I know I had it a draw. However, really, I thought it was more swayed, definitely, in favor of Lemos. I think that a draw, with all the rounds that I tabulated, I think I gave really Hitchins the most rounds you could have given him. But then there was a couple rounds that were really, really close that I just edged in favor of Hitchins that could have easily went to Lemos, and it could have been like 115, 113, something like that, in his favor. So, I really do think that this was... the judges were kind of all over the place. One judge had a 117, 111 for Hitchins, which is just crazy in my opinion, because there's like 4 rounds in there that Gustavo Lemos 100% easily won, which were rounds 1 and 2, along with 11 and 12. Easy 4 rounds right there for Lemos. But yeah, definitely not the greatest performance by Hitchins. Totally got outworked, in my opinion, by Lemos. Even though I had it a draw. And the other 2 judges, they did have a 115, 113 for Hitchins, which is a lot closer, but I just think that Lemos was the one pressing the fight the entire time. And just to break this fight down round by round, the first 2 rounds were easy rounds for Gustavo Lemos. Was just pressing forward like a bull, landing some big overhands, catching Hitchins, getting him hurt a little bit. Easy first 2 rounds for Gustavo Lemos. Easy. Then rounds 3 and 4, these were easy rounds for Hitchins, in my opinion. It was just outboxing Lemos. Lemos was a bit more tired, slowing down a bit. However, round 5 as well, that was another round where he outboxed him. But then round 6 and 7, those were 2 pretty competitive rounds, especially round 6. That could have went either way, in my opinion. I thought it was a very, very tight round. Like Hitchins was boxing, but Lemos also got some work in there too. That was a very close round. Round number 7, I thought was pretty competitive. I could have saw it going in Lemos' favor as well, because towards the end he was able to get him into the corner and press him, land some good combinations. However, I just edged that one as well in favor of Hitchins. But 2 very close rounds there that could have went in favor of Lemos. But then round 8 was a huge turning point in the fight. Hitchins was hurt pretty badly with a big overhand. Really changed the trajectory of the fight, considering that round 9 as well was a big round for Lemos, was pressing forward. Hitchins was just slowing down a bit with his boxing, getting hit more. Then round number 10, this was a slugfest. Both of them were just slugging it out, throwing big shots. Lemos, he put down his defense in that round and was really trying to bring the fight, but was just getting hit more by Hitchins in that round. But it was an excellent round by both men. But then rounds 11 and 12, round 11 specifically, I just thought Lemos was much more active, landing the much better shots. Then round 12, Lemos was just going forward, and Hitchins was just surviving in there. So I don't even know how you could give any of those 4 rounds I listed earlier that were very, very clear. And even round 8 as well, which is also crazy that the judge only gave Lemos 3 rounds, considering round 8, Hitchins was hurt badly. Round 9, he was just kind of running away. Same with round 12. Round 11, he was just getting hit with big shots. And rounds 1 and 2, the rounds that I gave Lemos, rounds 11, 12, 8 and 9, and 1 and 2 were rounds that were very easy to score in favor of Lemos. Very easy to score. But then otherwise after that, like you take a look at rounds like 6 and 7, those were very tight rounds, could have went either way. That's why I really think it's like a draw or 115, 113 in favor of Lemos. Definitely I don't think it should be in favor of Hitchins, in my humble opinion. But this goes into question, what's next for both fighters? Richardson Hitchins now 18-0, 7 KOs still to his name. I think obviously what's next is Matias, or even just that IBF world title for his next fight. I'm going to be honest. He won an eliminator here. So, I mean, when you take a look at that, he's really the next in line to fight, obviously, for the world title. And currently, as I said before, the champion is Subriel Matias in the super lightweight division. And he's supposed to actually be fighting Liam Paro in June. I mean, he should get past him, so that should be next, pretty sure, for Richardson Hitchins. But then as for Gustavo Lemos, now drops to 29-1. He was an 8-1 underdog going into this fight. So, I mean, he put up a very, very good performance. But for his next fight, I think he's going to go back to Argentina, take on some lower level opposition, get some wins, and maybe get himself back into a big opportunity, maybe on the Zone, maybe on one of these big broadcasters, specifically maybe in the United States or something like that. So overall, Richardson Hitchins gets a pretty favorable decision here, winning over Gustavo Lemos, obviously by unanimous decision here, despite me thinking it should have been a draw or a slight win in favor of Lemos. And yeah, that's really it. I'm MB Boxing. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later.